Hi! That was a two-handed wave. Ready?
Ready.
Hi, I'm not gonna wave. I'm Katie Rex. I'm a writer, I'm a reviewer, I'm a podcaster, I'm a blogger, I'm a comics enthusiast, and I am currently writing a book called Strange Wit, a biography of Jane Bowles with adaptations of her works. I, in 2005, was working at a call center, and it was really, really, really awful and dreary, and I ended up spending a lot of time on Wikipedia and other internets, and I fell down a Wikipedia clickhole because I was interested in the time in marginalized queer artists, and I came across Jane Bowles, who is this incredible writer who has been essentially written out of history. She's a queer woman, and she did not produce a ton of work. So between the low volume and the controversial content of her work, she's essentially unknown. This book will hopefully bring her back into the public eye and give her the attention that she deserves. So I obviously think Jane is really incredible, but I'm not the only one. On her beautiful collection of all of the things she's ever written, Tennessee Williams wrote, "I consider her the most important writer of prose fiction in modern American letters." John Ashbery called her one of the finest modern writers of fiction in any language. And Truman Capote wrote, "My only complaint against Mrs. Bowles is that she publishes so infrequently. One would prefer larger quantities of her strange wit." In addition to being a brilliant author, Jane was a strange and unusual character personally, and that drove many of the unusual things that happened to her in her life. For instance, she and Paul lived in Mexico City for a while. Paul, her husband, the composer and author, and they collected parrots. She moved to Morocco and fell in love with a woman named Sharifa. She got tuberculosis of the knee. She spent 2 years in a sanitarium in Switzerland, and the treatment was called heliotherapy, which consisted mostly of sunbathing and skiing in their underwear. So as a writer, these amazing and bizarre life events have been so interesting to put into a biography, into a complete narrative. So my graphic novel, Strange Wit, is a part biography of Jane Bowles, and it follows her incredible life as she moves to Mexico City and to Paris and to Morocco. But it is also partially a adaptation of 10 of her short stories, and each short story will feature a different artist. Inez Estrada is working out of Mexico. Ryan Kelly is here in Minnesota. Tyler Jenkins is in Alberta, Canada. We have a huge international group of professional artists who are working tirelessly on this project. What I'm kickstarting today is Chapter 1, which will include Jane's biography up until she hits high school, with art by Tyler Jenkins, and a short story called A Stick of Green Candy, with art from June Vigans. It will also include some things that you can only get on Kickstarter, including an essay from the editor of the online magazine Two Serious Ladies, which is named after Jane's main novel, and this really cool Marguerite Sauvage Kickstarter exclusive cover. And you may recognize Marguerite Sauvage's work from her Thor annual cover or her Ms. Marvel cover. So in addition to paying our creative team, your Kickstarter money will go toward printing Chapter 1 and shipping out some of the incredible rewards that we have in store for you. Some of our really cool rewards include a copy of Chapter 1 with a bookplate that has been signed by the entire Chapter 1 creative team. You can also get a thank you letter handwritten by me, and for $2 additional, I will write it while I'm drunk. You can get an exclusive numbered print of the Marguerite Sauvage cover. I am going to be creating a zine with my own really terrible drawings because I'm a writer, and it will have cocktail recipes from all of the artistic elite of Jane's era, including Truman Capote's signature drink and the time that Libby Holman got drunk and killed her husband. And of course, your Kickstarter money will help you purchase Chapter 1. Thank you so much for listening to me talk about Jane. This book is really important to me because Jane is really important to our culture. And hopefully this video has shown you why Jane is so cool and why this book is going to be so much fun to read. If you want your own copy of Chapter 1 and you want to see this book happen, please consider pledging now. The way Kickstarter works is if the project gets fully funded, I get to take the budget and pay the creative team and produce the book, but if I don't make the pledge goal, then none of the money will come to me and this book will be much more difficult to make happen. So I appreciate you considering funding it. Go pledge now. There's a green button right there. I think you can find it, probably. Have a look.